All right, let's name them together. So we have lithium acetate, the first one. So space between lithium and acetate right here. All right. We have ammonium bromide, right? And H4 plus, that's ammonium. Next one, we have barium phosphate. Good, barium phosphate. Next one, we got calcium nitrate. All right. Next one, potassium nitrite. We got calcium sulfate. Calcium, okay, this is SO3, so this is SO4, we call sulfate, SO3 2 minus, we call sulfite, so calcium sulfite. Yeah, I intentionally put them back to back so you can see, you can compare. Potassium hydroxide, this one easy. Sodium chlorate, like this ClO3 minus, that's a normal one. ClO2 minus, so lower the number of oxygen by 1, so we call it chlorite, okay? All right, lithium chloride, next one. Now IO3, so I'm not so sure if this is iodate or not, but is it a normal, a regular number of oxygen for iodine? But I see chlorate, ClO3, we call chlorate, IO3 totally iodate, okay? So we call calcium iodate. Oh, this is kind of wrong. So calcium plus 2, this is supposed to be 2 right here, not 3. Maybe you can change it for me in your handout, all right? So this is IO3 parenthesis and then 2 right here. Now calcium iodate. Next one, this is acetate, so we call sodium acetate. We got potassium permanganate, here we go. And magnesium, the normal number of oxygen with chlorine is O3, we call it chlorate. O4 is perchlorate, so magnesium perchlorate. Okay. All right, a little bit further now. So now, something you can, like, this one, don't memorize it. That's a trend, okay? Now I'm gonna add hydrogen onto this guy, right? So each hydrogen comes with positive charge, right? We call it proton, basically, right? H plus. If I add an H plus in here, look at the carbonate. Carbonate is -2. I can add H plus twice, up to 2 times to balance this charge, right? At first time, carbonate, we're gonna call it hydrogen carbonate, or we call bicarbonate. Okay, that's a nickname. We call hydrogen carbonate. And you notice that adding hydrogen, you add a positive charge to these molecules. So the number of total negative charge lower by 1. So balance out with the +1 of hydrogen. And then if I add one more hydrogen, you can guess you're gonna get a neutral compound. And this one we call dihydrogen carbonate. So there are 2 hydrogen. All right, sulfate 2 minus. How many hydrogen I can add to sulfate total? You can guess. Look at 2 minus 2 times. The first time we just called hydrogen sulfate. All right. Second time, dihydrogen sulfate. Now, phosphate, PO4 3 minus. How many times I can add hydrogen to phosphate? 3 times. All right. First time, hydrogen phosphate. Second, notice the chart. -3 to -2, all right? Next time, dihydrogen phosphate, H2PO4 minus, there's some minus gone somewhere, that's so weird. There's a minus right here, the dihydrogen phosphate. And you can add one more time, you get trihydrogen phosphate, that's gonna be neutral, okay? All right, now, if you have to guess the name, all right, you have to guess the name. So this is carbonate. There's a hydrogen right here and sodium right here. What do we call it? Well, we call sodium. That's your cation space, and then hydrogen carbonate. There we go. All right. So which is sodium hydrogen carbonate is the same thing with sodium bicarbonate or baking soda. If you get a chance to go to grocery store, maybe this weekend, look at the back, the ingredients. You're gonna see the sodium bicarbonate in it. Okay. All right, SO4 2 minus, we call sulfate. Now we have KHSO4. You can guess potassium space and then hydrogen sulfate. All right. So we have a class activity number 2. Now you can guess. All right, just go guess on there. If you're not sure, you want me to check, send me an email. Okay, can you check this for me? I'll be happy to, and I hope to do that for some of you. Okay, or everyone if you could. I would love to. All right. Okay. I would like to introduce a new segment in this podcast. All right. So I'm gonna name it. Well, that took a turn. Something kind of like to take a big turn or U-turn. We'll see what happened. All right, let's check right here. This conversation with the mom. How make chicken? What? Where buy chicken? Mom, this isn't Google. Avocado. Mom is learning how to use Google, I think. Okay, all right. Go to the